Hello. Today I want to discuss the aging population in the world and in the United States. And then I will briefly discuss the diseases, the chronic diseases in particular, with which this population is inflicted. I will have the help of this mannequin and his tiny organs for that discussion. If it seems to you that there are a lot more people in the United States that are over 65 than in the past, well, you're right. In 2010, for the first time in history, the population of individuals over 65 throughout the world in developed countries exceeded the population that was 14 or under. And it's predicted that in the United States, in 2050, for every 2 individuals who is over 65, there will only be 3 individuals of working age. So who's going to take care of these people? That's the purpose of this discussion. Let's first of all look at the illnesses, the chronic illnesses with which this population is inflicted. It's currently estimated that the individuals over 65 have about as many as 20 more years in their life, except that about half of them are inflicted with chronic diseases, primarily respiratory diseases of the lungs and cardiovascular diseases, including stroke. So let's talk about these diseases and how people are getting them, and maybe that might give us some ideas about maintaining the health of this population so that they'll be able to take care of themselves, hopefully, as they get older than 65. Start with the lungs. About 35% of cancers are due to tobacco smoke, exposure to tobacco smoke, and probably most of the cases of respiratory illness are also due to exposure to tobacco smoke. This could be as a smoker. Approximately 70% of people with respiratory illnesses are currently smoking or are former smokers, and the remainder have chronic problems throughout their life with asthma, which makes them more prone to respiratory problems. So let's look at the problems of environmental tobacco smoke. Okay, so the first situation is that a person breathes in the smoke through their lungs, and the lungs are great filters and actually capture the particulates and the tar, and the rest of the smoke actually goes into the blood. This is the fake blood. And in that blood we have about 400 chemicals that are in tobacco smoke, including nicotine. But we also have some of the smoke itself. What happens in the blood is that it becomes actually sluggish. It binds with the particulates that get in the blood, the smoke particulates, and it clots. It's much more prone to clotting. The combination of the sluggish blood and the nicotine, which has effects on the adrenal gland in that it releases epinephrine and makes the heart beat faster, ends up resulting in cardiovascular disease. My brother-in-law, who is exactly my age, died about a year ago due to the effects of his lifetime of smoking. At the end, he needed both a lung transplant and a heart transplant. He was 67 at the time. I went to school with him.